everyone, here's a story called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It is autumn or fall. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them across the land. One of the seeds, right there, is tiny, smaller than all the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. So let's keep our eye on the tiny seed. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Can you see that tiny seed? That's right, there it is. One seed drifts onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Can anybody see where the tiny seed is? That's right, it's right there. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently to the ground. The bird comes by and eats one of the seeds. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird cannot see it. But can you see it? I don't know, where is it? Oh, there it is. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring, just like it is outside. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. The birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow. So round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to sprout yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. And there it is, right there. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. So look at, there are two plants left, the tiny seed and one of the other seeds. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud. And now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Oops. Somebody picked the flower. A boy has picked a flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. And if you remember, that seed was the tiniest seed. And look at this beautiful flower that grew. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Look at, you can count all those butterflies and the birds. They love this flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. What do you think is going to happen now? The wind is blowing. Do you think anything will blow from the flower? Let's check. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seeds pop open. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. So see, the same thing is happening now. The seeds will fly away. I wonder how many of those seeds will become flowers. The end. Great story for the springtime. And so I wanted to share with you parts of a flower. We start with the roots. That is under the ground. They're usually brown. Then out of the roots, remember we saw that the stem grew and then the leaves grew. And then the last thing to grow was the flower at the top. So I'm going to put this paper on for parents to print out, and you can color your own flower. You can trace the words roots, stem, leaves, flower, and then you can color your own flower. Flowers come in many different colors, so you could make a yellow flower, you could make a pink flower, a blue flower, a purple flower, a red flower, any color flower. The stem, the leaves are usually green, and then the roots can be black or brown. Whatever color you'd like to color it would be perfect. So maybe you could put this up in your window and show others that you've made a flower. All right, friends, have fun looking for those seeds and flowers outside. We'll see you soon.